Hi, everyone. Welcome to the monthly market report for March 2022. My name is Katrina Johnson with Mountain States Realty Group, and I'm thrilled to be here today to talk about two important topics in the housing market. And this is my first time sharing like this, so please be patient. I do have my script, but I think I've done a lot of research and hopefully get some value out of this. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to go over home prices and answer the question, are home prices accelerating? We're going to talk about supply and demand and how that is impacting home price appreciation today. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Now that I mentioned a moment ago that this is March 2022, and truly it's hard to believe that it has been 2 years to the day or week-ish that a worldwide pandemic really came upon us. It has swept through the nation and fundamentally changed a lot of what we do. And housing certainly wasn't immune to that, as we know. A lot of things have changed in the housing market, and I think one of the biggest things is the change in the home price appreciation. So that's where I want to start today and really reflect on what's happened over the past couple of years. In 2020, CoreLogic said that we had 6% home price appreciation throughout the year. And that's pretty significant if you think about the prior to the pandemic, in a more normal year of home price appreciation was about 3.8%. So 6% is significant. And we all saw that continue to unfold in 2021 as we saw home price appreciation that was more than double that. So really significant home price appreciation over the past 2 years. And that is largely due to the supply and demand. More buyers in the market than we've had homes available. So I want to walk through this and what it means going forward as we look at the home price forecast as well. And I think one of the best places to start is with a deep dive into home price appreciation last year. So to answer the question, are home prices still accelerating? Yes. And we can look at this graph and see percent year over year price increase by month, going all the way back to 2021, January. So if we look over on the left side there, on January of 21, we saw 10% home price appreciation. So year over year, month over month, it really started to accelerate through the year. Now that we hit this, in the summer, kind of roll up a little bit over here, you can see July, August, and so forth, it started to level out at about 18%. Very significant home price appreciation. Now, if we look at this on a state-by-state basis, this is really an interesting map. It shows changes in prices in the last year from FHFA. And this is interesting because we can see FHFA shows that the national average, of course, you probably want to find where you are, is 17.5% home price appreciation. Now, some states are higher, some states are lower. You can see that across the board, but the reality of it is that we didn't have depreciation in any state. Home prices are rising throughout the country. Again, a direct result of supply and demand. Now, where this gets even more interesting is if we look at the past 30 years. I know some of you are not 30, just bear with me. So changes in prices since 1991, if we go all the way back 30 years, national average is 258% home price appreciation. Whoa. That is massive. So this becomes a really important conversation. As you or people you know may be saying, is now a good time to buy? Should I buy a home? Am I buying at the top of the market? Is my home investment going to be a valuable one? And if we go back 30 years and we can look over time, I would ask the question, if you could go back and buy a house in 1991, would you do it? I think looking at this data, the answer is clear. So what I want to do here is really paint the picture from an inventory perspective and supply and demand as we're talking about today. Here's our home price forecast for 2022. On average, a 6.1% increase. Yeah, we'll go a little bit. And the next few slides show inventory of homes today is nothing like the last time. Here's kind of some listings up and down depending on month, which is normal. This is national. Up and down per month, which is normal. So this is month supply of existing homes for sale in December of each year. This one, which I already went over that. So now you can see on the left of worries of a housing bubble still persist. Percent who say they believe there's a housing bubble and where they live, 77% of consumers feel like there is, only 44% of agents believe there is, which makes sense. Inventory of homes, nothing like the last. Monthly supply of existing homes for sale in December of each year. So 4 years of the housing crash. I mean, now, so when you see on the left, the 4 years of the housing crash, and on the right side, the past 4 years. So let me break this down for you. The orange bars on the left, 2008 through 2010, show that that was a buyer's market. Obviously, look at all the homes. And we had an oversupply of homes. These bars show that we are in a buyer's market when the housing market crashed. Over on the right, the last 4 years, 18, 19, 20, and 21, we do not have an abundance of homes on the market. This is drastically different. These are sales. In the last, 15-year record. So houses are selling just quickly. Nothing like the last volume of loans in billions with a credit score of less than 620 compared to now. And if you're worried about a foreclosure crisis, the data simply shows that we're not headed for a foreclosure crisis. We don't see a wave of inventory coming to the market that is going to significantly tip the scales into a buyer's market. There just isn't enough homes going into foreclosure. And we're so grateful for that because that means more and more people are able to stay in their homes. Okay. Net worth comparative homeowners living on appreciation equity compared to renters paying for the others, homeowning equity and appreciation. Oops. While the booming housing market contributed significantly to the recovery of the U.S. economy, research has consistently shown that homeownership is also associated with multiple economic and social benefits to individual homeowners. Home ownership has always been an important way to build wealth. This is game changing. So when we look at the big picture and we say home prices are rising, they're still accelerating. They're projected to continue rising. And this is a direct, of course, reflection of supply and demand. We also know that people have concerns about the housing bubble. But when we look at the data, when we look at the fundamentals of the market, we're simply not there. We want to help by giving stability, security, and the American dream of home ownership. And that is our goal for everyone. If you have any other questions or would like to have a spring buyer or seller's guide, just reach out and I'm happy to get you one. And I hope you have a great rest of the year, but really spring break. It is time for spring break. Have a great day.